Yes, we're welcome back to AFTV. It's time to do the Predictor 11 video. We got a bit heated. Not even heated last time. We spoke about, MLS versus Calafiori. Who's going to play in that position?
Did it get heated?
Didn't get heated. So I've exaggerated there a little bit. You got to spice up a little bit in the title today.
Title for Predictor. Yeah. Heated debate.
Again.
Yeah.
Turkish sensible guy. Anyway, let's go straight into it. I think Raya, obvious ones, Raya keeps his place. Any comments from the game that you want to touch on for Raya? Just go straight into it. No.
Distribution was really good, but nearly made an error, but he also saved it.
Yeah. Do you think players playing against their old clubs, on the first game it always seems like they're a bit shaky? I remember Rice against West Ham first game back, he was terrible. Raya wouldn't say he was terrible, but he was nervy.
There was just one moment, and to be honest, he made one of his best saves after that moment. So he made up for it. I mean, that's all that went wrong for him. Other than that, I think his distribution, like James said, was good. And
that throw, Tom Brady-esque.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, fair enough. Literally put him through on goal with a throw from his
own play. No, it was good. It was good. Distribution is always top when it comes to David Raya.
No, but it's getting better. Last season, I didn't really talk about his distribution as much.
I was like, last season.
No, it was good. Yeah. It was good, but we were talking cross-claiming and
those passing in the field were good though from him. Like,
I think we've seen more of that this year. I think this season, with both feet, with his throws, everything, long, short into midfield, I think he's been really, really good. Like, he's got better and better. And a team like Brighton will press, so we're going to need that in this game.
Frustrated that he didn't save it in the near post from Mbeumo or not? Or was that a hard one?
I know we kind of went in on Cala a bit before, and rightly so, but it was also really good from Mbeumo. He takes it so quickly. He decides immediately what he's going to do. And I think that's where Martinelli, fair play his goal the other day. Sometimes it's not even about making the right decision, it's just making a decision quickly. Because when you got that opening, bam, take it. And Mbeumo did do well. So I wasn't it was bad from Calafiori, but I wasn't as mad at him or even Raya at the near post. Yeah. I did think Mbeumo did do well to a degree as well.
Yeah, through Calafiori's legs as well. He's blindsided the keeper. It's a very good forward play from Mbeumo. Right back, obviously Timber, 5 yellow cards. That now resets, so halfway through the season, but he won't be available for Brighton.
We know, don't we?
No.
Yeah, we sit on the watch on. We know.
Could he not put
Rice?
No, Mars Lewis Skelly.
No.
Of Calafiori.
Awkward as hell. Don't do that. Don't get another left footer out there. I'll tell you what you can do. Genuinely.
Go on, give us another option.
We haven't done it before. I think you could play Rice at right back. I mean, in all seriousness, what do we need the right back to do? We need them to be good in build up as a 3 alongside Saliba and Gabriel. Rice has got that in him. We need to be able to underlap or overlap to support Nwaneri on the right. He's got that. You're then talking about a 17-year-old out on the right, and you want as much defensive protection there too. Rice has got that. He's good in the air as well. It means you don't move Partey out of position, having just put in one of his best performances of the season. Partey was fantastic. We know he's been very, very good. But also, that right back, White does it, Timber does it. The support that it gives Saka and Nwaneri, when they're fronting a fullback, that there's either someone charging on the underlap for a pass or charging on the overlap, so at least there's someone else to think about. Partey isn't going to do that from right back. Rice actually gives you that. He's got a good delivery, Rice. We've seen that.
Drives with the ball.
It might sound nuts, but Rice at right back, I don't think it's a crazy solution.
I don't want to see Partey there. I know that for a fact. But we're going to see it. It frustrates me. And I said it to Lee, and Lee's like, he hasn't been bad there. And
he hasn't been bad there,
but he's been so good in midfield that I think you're taking away. I think you're taking away from Arsenal.
Of course you are.
Instead of adding to it by putting him somewhere and throwing in a Declan Rice.
Rice right back, would you do it?
I didn't think of it.
I mean, as you spoke, the old man in me started moaning again.
Yeah.
Saying, why has football gone down this path?
Geometry.
20 years ago, we're not talking about playing Patrick Vieira right back and Roy Keane left back, and it's just weird, but it is what it is. It
happens.
In Arsenal's defence, though, Tomiyasu, White, and Timber all injured. Like, I don't know better right back depth in
2
world
injuries,
football,
1
maybe.
suspension.
Bloody hell.
A little update on that. Sorry, Ben White is 2 weeks ahead of schedule, but it's probably still not going to be back till about February.
Where is Tomiyasu?
That's
the update I would like.
I'll be honest, I don't have a clue. That's one I don't know. I have some sources around Ben White.
3 of them, and they're all out. So we're going to have to do something exceptional.
One seems dodgy. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind Bryce there, same job. I don't even mind if he just starts right back and just floats into DM and cleans up, rather than the overlapping. Just focus on that side of things and let Partey, Odegaard be the expressors in
Also, I'd
midfield.
rather Rice against Matoma. No, Joe, I'm sold on it, and I'm campaigning for it. Declan Rice at right back.
Mikel.
Partey did very well against Diaz though.
Brilliantly. But
that was what. Yeah.
And he was targeted and he still done well. I was very impressed by him
Yeah, he was
defensively in that
terrific.
game because I thought, Diaz, but straight away.
But in that midfield, you're going to need, I think, in that Brighton midfield against Brighton, you're going to need more. I think, is there more threat in that midfield? You kind of want Partey in there.
No, well,
I suppose
there's two things. You need to get on the ball, because if you're not careful, Brighton will put their foot on the ball. Next thing, you haven't touched it for 20 minutes. They're that kind of team. So actually, maybe you need the opposite, which is Thomas Partey to get on and try and get us playing. But I'd also say I thought Partey was terrific off the ball against Brentford. He was cleaning up a lot in that game. They're a team that can hit us in transition. They had 3 kind of real legs in midfield. And I thought he sweeped up really, really well. So that's another reason why I wouldn't be tempted to move him out, because he showed that against Brentford.
I think that you're right. I think the intermittent resting he's had over the last few weeks has helped. Because a lot of people, I think you've said it, and you get a lot of criticism for it with Thomas, but I've said it as well. Certain times I'll say, don't start him to protect him, because we know his injury record, and he's so important to us. He has been our best midfielder this season. And over the last few weeks, I think Arteta has, whether through want or need, rested him, dropped him, however people want to see it, a couple of times. But against Brentford, like you said, he seemed very active on the ball, and continued his great performances across the first half of the season. So
it's interesting, because I think he's better. I like when he has a run of games. I think he builds into games quite well.
Of course, when you've got a midfielder of that quality, you want him playing 50 games a season, but we know he can't. So do you lose him for the crunch time, or do you manage him well enough to be able to utilise him in crunch time? Something Pep's done very well with his squads over the years.
He does do very well.
Whereas in our season of expectation, it's looking the opposite.
And clearly, when he wasn't available, I think, was it Man United at home, or there was a game he couldn't play. I think, West Ham away he couldn't play, and then there was another he couldn't. But in those games, they just took him out. All right. Basically, if you're 100% you play, and if you're 99% you won't. I mean, it feels a bit like that, because he was straight back in after. When we've had that in the previous years, it's been a case of actually 2-3 weeks out or longer. My predicted. Partey, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori. But I would go for Rice at right back. I'd reinvent the wheel.
So we'll do that. We'll do what we think Arteta's going to go with, then what we kind of want to see. I think that's where we can, get rid of confusion by doing that. So it probably will be Partey right back from Mikel Arteta, but you want Rice. I just want a different option. I just want Partey in the midfield. So I'm happy to say I'd like to see that as well. I think we kind of all agreed there. And you said, Saliba, Gabriel keep the place. You're saying Calafiori left back.
That's my predicted. Yeah, I predict he'll play Calafiori.
But do you want Miles Lewis-Skelly to play there?
Lewis-Skelly played better at left back than Calafiori this season. Certainly in the last few months, anyway. Arteta doesn't, and I actually, I'm not even using this as criticism. I actually kind of get it. He doesn't want basically 2 Premier League debutants in Nwaneri and Lewis-Skelly in the team, and I kind of understand it. These are not easy places to go. And maybe you can accommodate for 1 youngster because of his talent, but 2, I can understand why that would be quite a leap for him. So Nwaneri will play, so Calafiori.
Buy the proper depth, and you won't back yourself into a corner like this.
I totally agree. We still need a forward.
Remember how much I banged on about 17 years and relying on them in the season, and here I am saying start both of them now because of the situation we're in.
Yeah, I agree.
I would start Lewis-Skelly.
Yeah, if you're good enough, you're old enough. But I still think Calafiori keeps his place. I think Arteta agrees with that. So I think you save Miles Lewis-Skelly for, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but we've got to go a lot of cup games at home next week. I think they're the ones you utilise him for. I don't think there should be an issue playing 2 youngsters in the 11. Arteta may not want that, but I don't see the problem.
It's not that they're 2 youngsters, it's that they're 2 quite literally playing their 3rd and 5th game ever in the Premier League. That's more what it is. It's that they're so fresh, they're so baby-faced when it comes to Premier League
I think it's more unforgiving if they're playing that at home. That's why I think it's fine to leave them for next week. And in a home fixture, an away fixture against Brighton, you've said how much these 2 games are important because it's Premier League. I think you save that for Calafiori, in my opinion. But
Arteta might also not be thinking about that. That's my theory. Yeah. He's always lent towards seniority. So it's my theory. He might not be thinking about that at all. He might just think Calafiori long term is the better player right now, and he wants to get him ready because we've got a big January. It could easily be that. But I just think managing them in and out. He tends to have gone Lewis Skelly Champions League day before Nwaneri, and then Nwaneri on against Leicester, we needed a goal. He tends to have just gone for one or the other and managed them nice. And he said build brick by brick, which I kind of understand too. But you're right, we need depth. What I worry about Nwaneri, I'm sort of jumping ahead a little bit, but we'll get to this, is that he that right wing spot is basically his after one performance with Saka out. It should be. Problem is that, do I think he's ready to play Brentford away, Brighton away, Newcastle in the Cup semi-final at home, Man United in the FA Cup at home, Tottenham in the North London derby, then Aston Villa at home,
Wolves away.
That's a lot of really tricky
Saka minutes.
It's a lot of big football. Like, it's a big month. Be our saviour, please. So that's why I think he'll play Nwaneri in this one and rest Lewis Skelly.
We'll get to that. So we know you guys want MLS to play left back. You'll probably go with Calafiori. I think you will as well, and I wouldn't be angry at seeing that versus seeing that midfield. Can we do, if Partey was to play right back and if he wasn't, what your midfield would be?
Well, it's predicted. So I'd go Ødegaard, Partey, Merino again is what I'd want. But it'll be Ødegaard, Rice, Merino in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes sense. There's not much to it. I think that's exactly how it's going to go.
Unless Havertz is back.
Havertz could be back. Obviously the illness, but I don't think he could be back. But
if he's back, what?
Yeah, what you put? Take out Mikel Merino,
left 8, Rice in the 6, and
then Ødegaard.
Go back to his, little messing around with the system.
I wouldn't want to see that. I'm going to be honest. That's not something I would want to see at all. I think the balance was actually okay against Brentford.
No, you don't bring Havertz straight back into this side. He's not Henry. Come on, man. We just beat Brentford 3-1 away from home.
Yeah, I agree.
He doesn't.
He's Arteta's guy, though. You know.
It doesn't matter.
I saw on your fan cam video you did on your channel that you gave Merino a lot of credit for the performance. And I actually felt a lot of Arsenal fans didn't really. There's
a dark cloud over him, and with the Arsenal fan base at times, when there's a dark cloud, they really go for the kill. I just think Merino, first 20 minutes, don't get twisted. I was looking 20-25. I was really looking at him thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, I'm just not seeing anything. Then he slowly started growing into the game, getting the ball, and breaking lines, and I liked the upturn in the second half of the first half, and then in the second half, I think he continued that. And I think he was very good for us in that second half.
I agree.
Again, a victim of the circumstances he's come into. He should never be your star signing in a summer. Shoulder injury, comes into a team underperforming on their performance level. And he's found it tough. And listen, by no means has he turned the corner yet. In my opinion, he still has a lot to do to justify what I believe he brings to the side, and to justify Mikel signing him. But I was quietly impressed by him. I'm not saying he was a world beater in that second half. What I'm saying is he looked apart.
Yeah.
And that's been few and far between in his appearances. Not down to him solely. Some, yes, some Mikel, some situation.
Yeah, I agree. We're seeing little sparks. I thought the Chelsea sub-appearance, he came on, looked really good. I thought the game he started at home to Liverpool, when he came on, I think at Southampton we needed a goal. They've been really nice. There's moments you're like, well, there's clearly a good footballer in there. And I thought, second half against Brentford, he just came in, he was everywhere off the ball, and that was.
And he's quite a threat when you look. He is.
Yeah.
We talk about our attack, and we talk how little threat the attack possesses. He's someone from the midfield that, against Liverpool, he should have scored 2 in that first half. Declan Rice, the first one, he fluffed his line. Second one, he got. Yeah. And there was that. Well, the one he scored against Brentford, there was pretty much identical one. I think it was against Liverpool as well, or maybe City. Did he play against City at all?
No.
It was one of the big ones where it pinball in the box from a corner, it drops to him, and he takes a left foot swing at it, and it just gets blocked on the line. People will call it. I think that was Liverpool, maybe.
Maybe it was Liverpool.
It was one of the big ones.
He needed, because he scored his first goal from that header.
Across
from Rice. Was it Chelsea?
It was basically one of them. So he's been a threat multiple times. That's 4 times off the top of my head this season, and he hasn't started many games. So that's been a nice surprise. Even though we know about his aerial duel winning abilities, it's been nice that I think behind Gabriel, he's been the second most consistent threat in the box from set pieces.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. He was known for that. He was known for aerially being dominant, especially across Europe. So
not getting carried away. It's only a handful of times, but.
No, it's good to mention.
I wouldn't be rushing out the 11. He's the only natural 8 we have in the team.
And let's find out. You paid 40 M's for him. I have him. Let's work it out. Let's not end another season saying we need another 8. Even though right now I'd say we need another 8.
I want to see him definitely get more forward if we have a midfield of Mikel Merino, Rice, Ødegaard, and then Partey playing right back. Because I think attacking wise, you'd suffer a little bit with that midfield if Partey's not playing in that sixth role, but we'll see. But we've gone through the midfield. Front three, boys, of predicted of what Arteta will probably go with, and then what you'd want to see. I mean, it should stay the same. I don't think Havertz should walk back in. I mean, Arteta might go with
I'd keep it the same.
I would, and I think he will.
You don't bring Trossard into that, do you?
No.
Martinelli scored, Jesus scored, and Nwaneri had 2. It's not an assist, but he was involved in both goals in the second half. So.
Wasn't a pre-assist, yeah.
But there's something. I'm waiting for the day that he just moves Jesus back to the right and Havertz up front. I'm just waiting for
I don't think Jesus is giving him a chance, though. The more he scores, the more you can't do that. 6 goals in 4 games.
Does Arteta care?
Well, I mean, in the 5th year, let's not be wrong and strong. Let's not.
Yeah,
There's no room to move there. But if he does it and we win, that's all that matters. If he does it, Havertz scores a hat-trick and Jesus gets 2 assists, and cool.
Look, and sometimes you need someone to just emerge, and Gabby Jesus, for all the criticism, no one has questioned whether there's a talented footballer in there. If he is adding goals, and it's the type of goals, it's being on the edge of the defenders, it's one-touch bang back of the net, and this one was him following up a Partey shot. I mean, I swear...
He was on the wing the whole game, and then I don't know, when he scored, I said, he hasn't been in front of he hasn't been between the sticks pretty much the whole game, and then he scored. I was like, who scored that? And they said, Jesus. I said, brother, that's mad.
But that being that position, that's good to see.
No, it's good. That's what I'm saying. I was shocked.
Yeah, the 5 against Palace and then this goal were good, and he scored a goal against Ipswich that was ruled out, and he was offside, but he made that run in beyond, and then poked it in at an impossible angle.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, I mean, but this is signs of life as a 9, not as a footballer, as a number 9 for Arsenal. So I really hope he continues that. I mean, listen, we are all kind of not particularly hopeful of Arsenal signing someone this January. We hope we obviously do. But either way, we need someone to come to life and give us something we maybe didn't know they had in them anymore, and that could be Gabby Jesus.
100%, and hopefully
keep it going.
Doesn't kill that by.
I don't care who it is. It's Jesus now, but I don't trust me. If it's Havertz next, so
the best front 3 Arsenal have had under Arteta was Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. That first 4 months of the 22-23 campaign, the wingers were firing, and Jesus looked totally unplayable. Yeah. That's the most I've looked at the 3 and gone, wow, like. It's all happening. So if we can get anything like that, that's the closest we'll ever look to in a Liverpool attack, and that's still a way off. But I mean, that's the closest. So you really hope that they can just Partey keeps scoring, and Jesus's confidence keeps returning with these goals he's scoring.
I think it's Arteta that's. His mind has gone from that time now.
He's moving. He's trying to
lock that stuff away.
True, but I'd like the players to listen.
I know.
Who knows what Arteta does if you don't follow instruction? But like, I'd like the players as well to just go, because that first goal against Brentford was Martinelli making a dart on the inside, and Gabriel playing a pass. He's not hugging the touchline. Now I'm sure Arteta doesn't say don't you ever leave the touchline. He obviously does. It's also on the players to understand the when and if and how to do it, and to have that different side to their game. So
it's weird because Havertz as well, everyone always speaks about his space and his invading of space and stuff, but I actually think that balance that you spoke about, Jesus, Saka and Martinelli, the rotations when they are at their best is unbelievable. They find pockets of spaces that I think are so fluid when in the Arsenal attack. But so I feel like we've got to try and push for that, and I'm happy for Jesus. I always am. I said when he was going through his dark patch, I was saying he's going to be needed this season. I kept saying it. I remember saying on the watch. I remember everyone just writing him off. But hopefully this is it. He's kick-started. He's doing well. Needs to continue. And hope we can continue winning games. That's it for the Predicts 11. Thank you, Turkish and James. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below if you agree. Who you'd like to see play left back? Do you want to see Partey at right back? I mean, it might be the only option, and what your thoughts around that is as well, and what you make of the front 3, and even Nwaneri and what he's been doing so far in this Arsenal team. Take care, people. We'll see you soon. Love.